My beloved child, I call out to you this day with a heart that overflows in compassion and understanding, longing for you to recognize my constant care that envelops your every breath. I have watched over you from the moment you stirred in the quiet of your mother's womb, and I have never ceased to be present in each step of your journey, even when the shadows seem too deep to conquer. Open your soul, for I am ready to fill you with hope and courage, urging you forward into the bright promise that I have prepared. Embrace my whispers now, and remember with every fiber of your being, you are not alone, for I am ever close, holding you tenderly through all the ebbs and flows of life. Know that I will strengthen you, I will guide you, I will cherish you. Take heart, for a dawn of new beginnings is just on the horizon, waiting for your trust to meet my faithfulness. I speak to you in this moment with a voice that transcends every barrier and hushes every doubt, longing to banish from your heart the lingering fears that seek to overwhelm. Come, place your burdens into my hands, and believe that I am your eternal shield, standing strong when the fiercest storms rage. You have nothing to prove to gain my love, for it has always been yours, from before the foundations of the earth. Trust that I will not fail you, even when others falter. Trust that my grace is sufficient, even when your strength dwindles. Let each passing moment be a reminder that you are safe, held in my embrace, and that no darkness can overcome the light of my everlasting affection for you. Hold on to this truth. You are precious beyond measure, and I will never leave your side. Let all discouragements and doubts melt away as you look toward the journey ahead, for I am the ever-flowing source of renewal, eager to restore your spirit and breathe life into your dreams. Listen closely as I speak words of peace and life. You are dearly loved, you are held in the palm of my hand, and you are destined for triumph that surpasses earthly reason. Let your mind rest in this promise. I am here, I will remain, and I will lead you into fields of joy that you have yet to imagine. Lift up your eyes in anticipation, for I am breathing new hope into your spirit, and I will carry you through every valley. Take courage today, knowing that a path of victory and comfort lies before you, sealed by my promise to never forsake those who place their trust in me. I see you, my treasured creation, and I yearn for you to understand the depth of your worth in my sight, for you were not formed by chance, but lovingly crafted with a purpose that extends beyond your understanding. You are that shining gem, a reflection of my own heart, meant to radiate love and kindness in a world that desperately needs the warmth of compassion. Even when you question your significance, remember that I have called you mine, and I take pride in every step you take toward the goodness I have planted within you. You are no ordinary being. You carry a spark of my divinity, shining out in every act of generosity, every gesture of empathy, and every moment of grace. Stand tall, for you bear my name in your heart, and I adore you without reservation. Do not imagine that I overlook your moments of insecurity or your secret fears, for I observe every beat of your heart and hold each one with gentle affection. I perceive how the world sometimes appears to undervalue your gifts, how it can trample upon your sincerity or treat you as though your devotion is insignificant. But I want you to know, your worth does not depend on the applause of the crowd or the fleeting approval of those around you. You stand before me, who sees beyond the surface and cherishes every corner of your soul, even the fragile parts you keep hidden. Rejoice, for I am delighted when you come to me, trusting that I, your Creator, know every fiber of your being and find it delightful. You are not only wanted, you are cherished, and I smile over you in ways you cannot comprehend. Hear my voice as it gently calls you out of doubt, for I have never once regretted the investment of my love into your life. I never questioned whether you were worthwhile, because from the dawn of time, I planned for you, I prepared blessings for you, and I marked your days with purpose. Embrace the truth that you are of infinite value, not because of what the world says, but because I, the Almighty, claim you as my own. Reflect on this. If even a small bird is cared for beyond measure, how much more do I watch over and treasure you, created in my image? Do not be shy about your dreams, for I delight in your hopes, and do not belittle your talents, for I am the one who gave them. Walk in confidence, for your worth is sealed in the immeasurable love I have bestowed upon you. I know, dear child, that the road you walk can feel cruel and arduous, littered with the shards of broken dreams and unfulfilled promises. I have heard the silent cry that resonates in your spirit when weariness envelops you, and I have cradled every tear that falls in the darkness of lonely nights. I am not a distant observer. I am the compassionate one who stands beside you, gently collecting each sorrow and fashioning it into a stepping stone for your growth. When the burdens are too heavy and you feel your soul might cave under their weight, remember, I am the one who lifts you up, ensuring that no night lasts forever. Do not give in to despair, for my light always rises, ready to illuminate the blackest midnight with the promise of dawn. Consider how your daily struggles, financial worries, relationship frictions, the anxiety that gnaws at your heart may seem impossible to bear, but I assure you, I am here, offering you hope that transcends all logic. The moment you believe you can endure no further, that is precisely when I arrive in full strength, revealing a plan that exceeds your expectations. Your tears are not a sign of weakness. They are the proof of a heart that can still feel, a heart that has not hardened itself against love. So cry if you must, but do so in my presence, where every tear is precious and every sob is heard. I never shame you for your pain, for I understand it more deeply than you know. I desire to transform your heartbreak into a wellspring of empathy and compassion for others who also struggle. You will see how even your darkest nights hold the seeds of a future dawn. In those days when loneliness wraps itself around you like a cold, relentless cloak, I command you, do not hide. Instead, come forth into the warmth of my embrace, letting me restore what the wilderness of solitude has attempted to steal. You are not made to walk alone, without connection or solace. I created you for relationship, with me and with others who reflect my love in tangible ways. Cast aside the voice that whispers you are unworthy or forgotten, for it does not speak the truth. I am here, waiting with patience, ready to envelope you with comfort that never fails. Remember, my child, that your heart is a garden I tend with affection, protecting every blossom from harm, even when frost tries to claim its petals. Believe that your winter of isolation is temporary, for I am the sun of righteousness, shining into your coldest corners to bring about an unstoppable spring. When sorrow threatens to extinguish your hope, picture my presence as a strong tower standing in the midst of your inner chaos, unshakable and unbreakable. I am your shelter when winds of change blow violently, and I am your unfading light when all else seems to dim. Know that I guard you like a sentinel who never sleeps, scanning the horizon for threats and forging paths of escape before the enemy can press in too tightly. Even when you cannot see the reason behind your struggles, trust that I am weaving a tapestry, and every thread of trial is part of a grander masterpiece that will one day display my glory and your redemption. So do not fear the battles that rage, for I am the victor, and through you, I will demonstrate my power to overcome. I see your life like a fragile clay vessel, perhaps cracked in places, but still radiant with purpose. Never believe that these cracks disqualify you. On the contrary, they allow my light to shine through, illuminating a testament to my power that emerges in your moments of vulnerability. While the world may focus on your flaws, I gaze upon the resilience I have placed within you, the resilience that can only be forged in the fires of adversity. Your hardships are not a surprise to me. I knew the challenges you would face, and yet I still chose you. Rest in this assurance. My plans for you are steadfast, and no trial can eclipse my promise to bring forth good from every ordeal you endure. Let go of the notion that you must wrestle your fears alone. I am the mighty warrior who battles for you, the one who commands the seas to still and the mountains to bow down. Even when storms arise so abruptly that you can hardly catch your breath, I beckon you to place your trust in me rather than in your own limited strength. See, I am the sea calmer, the wave subduer, the one whose voice hushes the wind and pacifies the raging tempest. You do not have to carry the weight of tomorrow's worries, for today is enough, and I am sufficient. Embrace that perspective. Do not fear the waves. Instead, look to the one who walks upon them, extending his hand to save. That is my hand, outstretched to you in unwavering faithfulness. Now, allow me to be your shield and your refuge in every circumstance. Picture my arms wrapped around you like a fortress that no darkness can breach. At times you may feel besieged by the criticisms of others or your own self-doubt, but do not allow these arrows of condemnation to pierce your soul. I am your protector, intercepting every lie and every harmful word that attempts to lodge itself in your heart. Do not stand in the open battlefield without my covering. Instead, run to the stronghold of my truth, where no deceit can stand, where my love reigns supreme, and where your identity is upheld by my enduring grace. Believe that in me, you have a high place of safety that the tumultuous world cannot overturn. Even now, I am opening doors you cannot see, orchestrating meetings, aligning opportunities, and setting in motion a stream of blessings that will flow into your life at just the right time. Never doubt that I am at work, even in the mundane details that seem insignificant. In the hours when you think nothing is happening, I am quietly moving in the background, piecing together the puzzle so that everything will fit into place. Trust me in the silence, for I often speak loudest when the world is hushed. Take refuge in the knowledge that my timing is perfect, and nothing in the realm of possibility lies outside my command. Though you may desire immediate rescue, my plan for your deliverance is often more extraordinary than you can fathom. So wait patiently, my beloved, for I will not fail to come. In your most desperate moments, turn your heart toward me in prayer, for I delight in your voice. Never imagine you must rehearse elaborate words or present yourself in false righteousness before approaching me. I crave the honesty of your spirit, the unfiltered cry of a hurting soul yearning for solace. Do not underestimate the power of simply whispering, "Here I am, help me," for those words move my heart deeply. I am neither deaf nor indifferent. I hear every plea, see every tear, and am quick to respond with compassion. Let your soul unburden itself in my presence, allowing fear, sorrow, and confusion to be poured out, that I might fill the emptiness with my divine comfort. Remember, you never pray in vain. I am the listener who never grows weary, and I will answer in ways that are best for you. Prayer does not require a special ceremony or a perfect environment. You can commune with me in the quiet of your bed, in the middle of your commute, or in the shower when your mind wanders and your heart yearns for connection. I care not for formalities. I care for you. Strip away the pretense and the formality that you believe is required, and simply speak from your inner being. When you do so, my spirit responds like a gentle breeze, bringing refreshment to your weary mind. Prayer is the lifeline that ties your soul to my heart, and I urge you not to neglect it. In your darkest hours, let your first impulse be to seek my presence, rather than the shifting sands of human solutions. I am your constant source of help, always ready to guide and uplift. With every prayer, you extend an invitation for me to act, giving me permission to shape circumstances and orchestrate miracles that defy logic. Trust that I am able to transform the bleakest wilderness into a field of blooming flowers, each petal a testament to my compassion for you. When despair threatens to overshadow your faith, remember that I am the author of new beginnings. Do not box me in with expectations of how your answer must come. Instead, pray with expectancy, believing that I work in mysterious and wonderful ways. Release the timing, the strategy, and the outcome to my hand, for I am the master architect who crafts a future that is ultimately for your good and my glory. Now let your gaze shift beyond the troubles of the present moment, for I am the one who holds tomorrow securely. I have always had a plan for your life, and though you may not yet grasp its entirety, I invite you to imagine a future adorned with the fruit of steadfast devotion. I have set within you gifts that will flourish as you learn to rest in my guidance. Doors of opportunity, which might have seemed closed, will swing open in response to your obedience, revealing blessings that you never knew to anticipate. Believe that I am working right now, cultivating seeds of promise in the hidden corners of your being. When the season is right, these seeds will burst into full bloom, testifying to my ability to redeem and to bring forth abundant life where only barrenness existed before. Permit yourself to dream, to envision the horizon aglow with the brightness of hope. Too often, fear quenches the desire to dream big. Yet I say to you, fear not. I am greater than your greatest concerns, and my plans surpass your biggest ambitions. Therefore, let your heart expand with anticipation, daring to believe that joy beyond measure can rise from the ashes of disappointment. I assure you, no obstacle is too daunting for me, and no longing is too vast for my provision. Walk with eyes lifted, for I am actively shaping the path you will tread, smoothing out the rough places so that you may proceed confidently. Remain steadfast, for the trials you endure today will mold you into a vessel capable of receiving and holding the abundant blessings I long to pour out. Some of these blessings will arrive in unexpected forms, perhaps in friendships forged through adversity, or in the gentle revelations of peace that descend upon your anxious mind. I take delight in surprising you with my kindness and reminding you again and again that I am your everlasting source of everything good. Let not your heart become embittered by perceived delays or unanswered petitions, for I am never late and I am never neglectful. Trust that my providence extends even into the minute details, orchestrating circumstances so that when your harvest comes, it will be more wondrous than if it had appeared prematurely. Stand firm in faith and let hope sing in your spirit, for you are on a pilgrimage with me, and I will not disappoint you. As you press forward in this journey, do not neglect the discipline of gratitude, for thanksgiving is an antidote to despair, lifting your eyes from your hardships to my provision. When life is harsh, turn to me with a heart that still dares to whisper, "Thank you." For in this act of trust, you open the floodgates of blessing. Even your smallest expressions of gratefulness echo through the heavens, and in turn, I pour out more of my love, more of my providence, and more of my healing upon you. Let these moments of gratitude strengthen your conviction that, despite the storms and pitfalls, I am still leading you toward victory. My child, remember that a thankful heart cannot remain heavy with hopelessness, for gratitude and despair cannot thrive together. Choose to give thanks and watch your perspective shift from burden to expectation. Look then to the future with the boldness of a beloved child who knows they are cared for by a loving parent. I am that loving parent, and I will not fail you. I invite you to cast off the cloak of anxiety that weighs you down, for anxiety has no place in a heart secured by my promises. When doubts assail, answer them with declarations of faith. I know I am loved. I know I am cherished. I know my Father will make a way. Repeat these truths until your mind is aligned with my word, for negative thoughts dissolve in the presence of unwavering confidence in me. I am not simply a concept or a distant deity. I am the ever-present source of hope, longing to fill you to overflowing so that your cup never runs dry. And so I proclaim, you will see my miracles, for I have prepared them in anticipation of your trust. Stay close, remain steadfast, and let your spirit soar above the troubles that try to anchor you. The mountains you face are formidable, but I am the mountain mover. The seas you cross are tumultuous, but I am the one who parts the waters. The giants that mock your destiny shall be brought low by the might of my right hand. Never forget that I am the same, yesterday, today, and forever, and what I have done for others, I can and will do for you. Approach with faith, for that is the gateway to the fullness of my blessings. I renew my promises to you every morning, just as the sun rises faithfully, spreading light and reminding you that dawn always follows the darkness. Let your heart be set on this pattern of renewal, knowing that my mercies are new each day. Do not lose yourself in the regrets of the past or the worries of the future. Rather, rest in the knowledge that I am your steady anchor in the present. Look around with fresh eyes, and you will see the subtle ways I am calling you toward greater heights of trust. Perhaps a friend's encouraging word, a sudden opportunity, or even a moment of unexpected laughter in your day is a sign of my handiwork. Embrace these reminders, for they are tokens of my nearness and my tender care. Let your soul dwell in my hope, for hope is the lifeblood of perseverance. When the world shouts that all is lost, listen instead for my still small voice, which declares that I am able. Hope in me is never misplaced, for I am the source of all hope, and I do not waver in my intentions toward you. I have come that you might have life, not a timid or half-hearted existence, but a life that brims with the fullness of purpose and joy. Let your heart declare boldly, I am a child of the Most High, and I shall not be shaken. In these words, you proclaim faith that transcends circumstance, clinging to my promise as an unbreakable covenant, sealed by my own word. Yes, my beloved, your future is secure, not in the fleeting guarantees of humanity, but in the inexhaustible depths of my fidelity. Though you might look at your limitations and see only impossibilities, I remind you that I am not constrained by human boundaries. I shape the course of rivers, I hold the galaxies in place, and I certainly have the power to align every detail for the good of those who love me. Believe that I hold you in my palm, unafraid of the storms and unperturbed by the obstacles. I yearn for you to adopt my perspective, to see your trials as stepping stones, leading you to a vantage point where you can behold the majesty of my plan. As you tune your heart to trust in my sovereignty, watch how peace begins to flood your inner being. Suddenly, even in the swirl of adversity, you find yourself standing with renewed confidence, a fortress of tranquility that surpasses your understanding. This is my gift, a divine assurance that your destiny is not determined by random chance, but by my good and purposeful hand. Carry yourself with the dignity befitting my child, whose every concern is tended by the Creator of the cosmos. Let each step you take echo with the certainty that you are never alone, for I am with you, walking beside you, guiding your feet in ways you may not perceive. Take a moment to remember the testimonies of those who walked before you, who overcame insurmountable odds by clinging to my promises. Their stories are not relics of the past, but living testaments to my unchanging nature. If I parted seas and closed the mouths of lions, then, do you think I am powerless to deliver you from your present troubles? Indeed, I am the same, always and forever, and my power has not diminished with time. Let these truths fortify your spirit. Let them banish every thought that whispers you are too far gone, too broken, too unworthy. I am the Redeemer who restores even the most shattered vessel, transforming ashes into beauty and heartbreak into an anthem of victory. When you sense the chain of discouragement tugging at your soul, cry out, "I belong to the Lord who stands above all." Resist the temptation to succumb to hopelessness, for I have already defeated every power that would seek to bind you. I have triumphed over despair, and in my victory, I extend grace upon grace to you. Stand in that grace, knowing it's your birthright as one whom I have called and chosen. Do not let your heart grow weary in the waiting, for your times are in my hands, and I am never hasty nor late. Your deliverance is certain, and so I urge you to worship while you wait, allowing praise to be your weapon against every hint of gloom. I speak also to your hidden wounds, those deep places of hurt that you have concealed from the world, and at times, even from yourself. I see them, and I am reaching out to heal. Do not be ashamed of your scars. They tell the story of your survival and my provision, testifying that I never left your side even when you thought all was lost. I am the gentle physician, applying the balm of my comfort to ease your pain and replace it with renewed courage. You are more resilient than you believe, for my strength sustains you, and my spirit quickens your heart when it falters. Let your scars remind you not of defeat, but of transformation, where my power flourishes in the very places you once felt most broken. Come to me with your burdens, whether they are regrets about the past or anxieties about the future. I have prepared a place of rest for you, a refuge where your mind can find quiet and your spirit can find solace. Stop striving in your own strength and lean on mine, for my power is made perfect in your weakness. Yield your controlling tendencies and trust that I can handle the complexities of your life with more wisdom than you can ever muster. Does a child fear the darkness when held in the embrace of a loving parent? So too should you rest in the knowledge that I am holding you, overshadowing all your fears with my supernatural peace. Open your heart to this rest, and let it anchor you through every tempest. Know, my beloved, that you do not disappoint me. I, who formed you in the hidden depths, understand your human frailties, your slip-ups, and your hesitations. Yet my love remains steadfast. Let that knowledge free you from self-condemnation, enabling you to move forward in bold confidence. Guilt weighs you down, but I offer forgiveness that washes every stain away. If you have erred, bring your heart to me, and I will restore you. Do not remain bound by shame, for I am the lifter of your head, inviting you to walk uprightly in my marvelous light. I see more potential in you than you see in yourself, and I am delighted every time you choose to stand once more in my grace after a stumble. Indeed, you are cherished, not in spite of your shortcomings, but with full knowledge of them. My dear child, sense the shift in the spiritual atmosphere as you choose to believe in my unconditional love, trusting that it extends to you personally. Understand that you are part of a grand narrative of redemption, where each chapter reveals my heart for humanity. You are not a minor footnote or a background character. You have a unique role to play that no one else can fulfill. Take hold of that identity, letting it fuel your passion to live a life pleasing to me, reflecting my character in word and deed. Even when you falter, I remain committed to completing the work I began in you, shaping you into a reflection of my glorious image. Be joyful, for you have an unshakable place in my family. Now I call you to raise your voice in petition for others as well, for as you intercede on behalf of your loved ones, your community, and even those who have hurt you, you align your heart with mine. I desire mercy, compassion, and transformation for every soul, and your prayers help usher in the breakthroughs that many so desperately need. Become a channel of my blessing, allowing grace to flow through your words and actions toward others. This is how love grows and multiplies, by giving itself away and trusting that I will replenish it infinitely. Let your life be a testimony of my goodness, shining light into the darkest corners of this world, proving that my kindness extends to all who are willing to receive. As you live in alignment with my will, you will witness changes in your relationships, in your emotional well-being, and in the opportunities set before you. Peace will replace turmoil, hope will conquer despair, and love will triumph over bitterness. This is not merely a wishful promise, it is a spiritual principle that I have ordained. When you sow seeds of faith, you will reap a harvest of my favor. Expect it, anticipate it, let it galvanize your daily decisions. Do not settle for the half-hearted existence the world offers. Step into the fullness of my kingdom, where blessings abound, healing is available, and your destiny is secure. The more you yield to me, the more my power flows through you, transforming both your inner world and the circumstances around you. Hold firmly to the hope that every sorrow, every challenge, and every tear will eventually serve to magnify my name and bring you deeper into the reality of my love. You have only caught glimpses of what awaits, for I love to surprise my children with gifts too wonderful to articulate. Keep pressing forward, keep seeking my face, and you will find the fountain of life that refreshes eternally. I do not promise that you will never face hardships, but I do vow to walk with you, strengthening your heart, renewing your mind, and lighting your path. At times you may stumble, but you will not be utterly cast down, for I will hold you up with my righteous hand. Beloved, I remind you of my unchanging love as you draw near to the end of these reflections. You may encounter change in every corner of existence, but I am the constant in your life, the compass pointing true north, the anchor keeping you steady. Let no voice convince you otherwise. My heart toward you is kind. Though circumstances shift like sand, my commitment does not waver. You are enveloped in my everlasting embrace, safe from the storms that buffet your fragile vessel. In your final breath or your greatest triumph, I am there, unwavering in devotion, unwavering in power, unwavering in compassion. Rest in the shelter of my love, for it transcends every boundary and endures without fail. I bless you, dear one, and declare favor over you and all who are dear to you. May you experience peace in your household, provision in your endeavors, and protection in your comings and goings. Let my peace reign in your heart, overshadowing any fear that attempts to gain a foothold. I speak life into every area of your existence, your dreams, your goals, your relationships, knowing that when you abide in me, you cannot be separated from my goodness. Go forward with courage, for I am the one who parts your Red Sea, the one who falls your Jericho walls, and the one who cradles you in the midst of every trial. Trust me, for my word is sure, and I will never fail to keep my promises. As you look ahead, allow your faith to blossom into a confident expectation that tomorrow holds more than just trials. It holds the unveiling of the wonders I have carefully prepared. Keep your eyes set upon me, the author and finisher of your faith, and let your heart sing with the certainty that the best is yet to come. Step boldly into the realm of hope, where my purposes for you unfold like a banner of victory. This is not the end of your story. Indeed, it is only the beginning of the miraculous tale that I am writing in your life. Hold fast to my hand, and you will see how I transform every tear into a jewel of triumph, every obstacle into a platform for grace, and every challenge into a testimony of my enduring faithfulness. I am with you always, and I will guide you into the promise that awaits. Be at peace, my beloved, for you are and will forever be cherished in my heart.